It's very unusual to have a three-party coalition here in Germany. In fact, I think since the war, it's effectively been a two-party system. Is there a chance or a likelihood that we see a repeat of the 2017 outcome, where ultimately negotiations dragged on for a three-party coalition? They founded on the demands made by the FDP, and then we went back to the grand coalition between the CDU and the SPD. Do you think that is the more likely outcome here, or ultimately could we see a three-party arrangement go forward?
Well, as you said, 2017 was an episode that ended up being an embarrassment for some of the parties. It took more than 170 days to come to an agreement. And I think one lesson learned is that German voters are not very happy if parties don't take on the responsibility and walk away. So essentially, German voters are in favor of compromise and parties finding a solution to bridge the divide. And given that we have this precedent from 2017, I think that makes it less likely that we will have a repeat in 2021. There's, especially on behalf of the FDP, there is a very clear understanding that if there is a good deal on the table, it even though it's not perfect and it doesn't include all the promises of the election platform, there is the FDP should take it, for instance, and I think the same will apply to the other parties. That being said, given the difficult task at hand and the ideological differences, it could also, we should not exclude more exotic options at this point, even something like a grand coalition that none of the major party wants, but also perhaps a minority government. That's still for some time ahead. So now the next few weeks and months, we will try to make either the traffic light coalition with the SPD or the Jamaica coalition headed by the CDU work.